Did you know the average nursing home costs $108,000 per year? But 72-year-old Betty discovered she could live better for half that price? She ditched the traditional senior living route and found something incredible. If you're approaching 65 or know someone who is, what you're about to learn will completely change how you think about your golden years. Forget everything you thought you knew about senior living. These 7 revolutionary trends are helping thousands of seniors live their best lives without breaking the bank or sacrificing independence. Meet Betty, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. 2 years ago, she faced every senior's nightmare. Her husband passed away, her kids lived across the country, and she couldn't afford the $9,000 monthly nursing home fees. She felt trapped, scared, and ready to give up her independence. But Betty refused to settle. She discovered something that changed everything. Today, I'm sharing the 7 revolutionary senior living trends that are transforming how people over 65 live, love, and thrive. These aren't your grandparents' retirement options. They're innovative, affordable, and designed for modern seniors who want more than just existing. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Are you worried about your living situation as you age? Drop a comment and let me know what your biggest concern is about senior living. Your story might help someone else. And stick around because trend number 5 will blow your mind. It's helping seniors live like royalty for less than $2,000 a month. Trend 1. Co-housing community. Let me tell you about Betty's first discovery. Co-housing communities. These aren't communes or hippie collectives. They're intentionally designed neighborhoods where residents have private homes but share common spaces and resources. Betty visited Heartwood Co-housing in Colorado, where 34 households of seniors live independently but eat together 3 times a week in a shared dining hall. They have communal gardens, workshops, and even a shared car program. Here's what amazed her. Her monthly cost dropped to $2,800 compared to nursing home fees of $9,000. But it's not just about money. Betty's neighbor, 68-year-old Carl, told her he hadn't felt this connected to people in decades. When he had his knee surgery, neighbors brought meals, helped with groceries, and drove him to appointments. No family burden, no expensive services. The magic happens in the common house. A shared kitchen where residents cook together, a library, game rooms, and workshop spaces. Betty learned that residents typically spend 2 to 3 evenings per week in communal activities, but privacy is respected and protected. Here's the beautiful part. These communities are popping up everywhere. There are over 170 co-housing communities across America, with 140 more in development. Monthly costs range from $1,500 to $4,000 depending on location, still far less than traditional senior care. The application process typically involves interviews and visits to ensure community fit. Most require a buy-in ranging from $300,000 to $600,000, but you own your home and can sell when ready. Have you ever lived in a close-knit community? Tell us in the comments what community living means to you. I'd love to hear your experiences. Trend 2. Accessory dwelling units, ADUs. Betty's daughter Sarah introduced her to ADUs, accessory dwelling units, also called granny pods or in-law suites. These are small, independent living spaces on family property that give seniors privacy while keeping family close. Sarah's friend installed a 600-square-foot ADU in her backyard for her 69-year-old mother, Linda. This isn't a cramped apartment. It's a fully equipped tiny home with kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, and living area. Linda maintains complete independence while being just steps away from her daughter's family. The setup cost Sarah's friend $85,000 for a prefabricated unit, including permits and utilities connection. Compare that to nursing home costs of $108,000 per year. It pays for itself in under 12 months. Linda contributes $800 monthly for utilities and property tax increase, making it affordable for everyone. But here's what really sold Betty on this idea. Linda babysits her grandchildren after school, helps with dinner prep when she wants to, and has become the family's beloved live-in grandmother figure, without the stress of sharing a house. The legal landscape is changing rapidly. Over 1,400 cities now allow ADUs with streamlined permitting processes. California, Oregon, and Washington lead the way, but states like Texas, Florida, and North Carolina are catching up fast. ADU options range from converted garages, $25,000 to $50,000, to custom-built units, $100,000 to $200,000. Many companies now offer financing specifically for family ADU projects, with monthly payments often lower than assisted living costs. The emotional benefits are incredible. Linda told Betty she feels useful, connected, and safe, but not smothered. She maintains her independence while having family support when needed. What's your family situation? Would an ADU work for you? Or are you considering one for aging parents? Let me know in the comments below. Trend 3. Senior-specific tiny home villages. This trend absolutely fascinated Betty. Entire villages of tiny homes designed specifically for seniors over 65. These aren't isolated tiny houses. They're planned communities with shared amenities and built-in healthcare access. Betty visited Quixote Village in Washington state, where 30 tiny homes house seniors in a beautifully landscaped community. Each 144-square-foot home includes a kitchenette, bathroom, sleeping loft, and living area. But the magic happens in the shared spaces: community kitchen, library, garden plots, and a health clinic right on site. Monthly costs? Just $200, including utilities, internet, and access to all amenities. Compare that to assisted living at $4,500 monthly. It's revolutionary. Meet 71-year-old Stanley, who moved from a cramped apartment to his tiny home village. He told Betty that downsizing forced him to keep only meaningful possessions, which felt liberating, not limiting. His monthly expenses dropped by $2,000, and his social life exploded: evening game nights, group cooking sessions, and shared garden projects. The healthcare integration is brilliant. Many villages partner with mobile health services, providing on-site visits from doctors, physical therapists, and mental health counselors. Stanley gets his blood pressure checked weekly without leaving the community. These villages are spreading nationwide. Tiny Home Village in Texas houses 50 seniors, while Eden Village in Missouri focuses on previously homeless seniors. Each community adapts to local needs and regulations. The application process typically requires income verification, most serve middle to low-income seniors, and a commitment to community participation. Wait lists are growing, but new villages are opening quarterly. Environmental benefits matter too. Tiny homes use 68% less energy than traditional homes, appealing to environmentally conscious seniors. Have you ever considered tiny home living? What would be hardest for you to give up in a smaller space? Share your thoughts below. Your concerns might help others thinking about this option. Trend 4. Naturally occurring retirement communities. Norks Ease. Betty discovered something amazing happening in regular neighborhoods across America. They're naturally transforming into senior supportive communities called NORCs, naturally occurring retirement communities. Here's how it works. Neighborhoods where people aged in place are getting special services to help seniors stay independent. Betty visited Beacon Hill in Boston, where 60% of residents are over 65. Instead of everyone moving away, the community adapted. The NORC program brought in a social worker, visiting nurses, grocery delivery services, transportation to medical appointments, and social activities, all coordinated through one local office. Residents like 74-year-old Gladys can stay in homes they've lived in for 40 years while getting support services typically only available in senior facilities. Monthly costs are incredibly reasonable. Most NORC services cost $150 to $400 monthly, compared to $4,000 plus for assisted living. Services are funded through combinations of resident fees, government grants, and community partnerships. Gladys showed Betty how it works. Twice weekly housekeeping costs $120 monthly, grocery delivery is $25 per trip, and the community social worker coordinates everything else. Medical appointments, prescription pickup, and social activities are all handled through the NORC program. The social benefits amazed Betty most. Gladys attends 3 weekly activities: Tai Chi in the community center, book club at the library, and lunch bunch at rotating restaurants. Transportation is provided, and friendships develop naturally. No RCs exist in over 250 communities nationwide, from urban neighborhoods in New York to suburban areas in Phoenix. The key is having a critical mass of seniors, usually 40% plus of residents over 60, to make services cost-effective. Many communities are proactively developing NORC programs. Residents typically petition local government or partner with nonprofits to bring services to their neighborhood. The model works because seniors stay in familiar environments while getting needed support. Property values often increase because the neighborhood becomes known as senior-friendly. Do you live in a neighborhood with lots of seniors? Have you noticed community services developing to support aging residents? Tell us about your neighborhood in the comments. Trend 5. International Retirement Havens. Now for the trend that will blow your mind. Betty discovered she could live like royalty overseas for less than $2,000 monthly. International retirement havens offer incredible quality of life, excellent health care, and costs that make American senior living look outrageously expensive. Betty researched Costa Rica's Central Valley, where American retirees live comfortably on $1,500 to $2,500 monthly. That includes housing, health care, food, and entertainment. Compare that to average U.S. assisted living costs of $4,500 monthly. It's mind-blowing. Meet 67-year-old Maxine, who moved from expensive California to Atenas, Costa Rica 3 years ago. Her monthly budget: $800 for a 2-bedroom house with garden, $200 for health care, including prescription drugs, $400 for food and dining out, and $300 for utilities and entertainment. Total, $1,700 monthly for a lifestyle that would cost $6,000 plus in California. The healthcare surprised Betty most. Costa Rica's universal healthcare system covers residents for about $100 monthly. Maxine gets regular checkups, prescription medications, and even dental care for less than her old Medicare supplement premium. Portugal's Silver Coast is another hotspot. American retirees get residency through the D7 visa program, allowing them to live in charming coastal towns where monthly living costs range from $1,800 to $2,800. The country offers excellent health care, English-speaking doctors, and a growing American expat community. Mexico remains the top choice, with over 1.5 million American retirees. Cities like San Miguel de Allende and Lake Chapala offer sophisticated amenities, cultural activities, and healthcare costs 70% lower than the U.S. The process is simpler than you'd think. Most countries offer retirement visas requiring proof of $1,000 to $2,500 monthly income. Legal residency typically takes 3 to 6 months to establish. Language barriers are minimal in established expat communities. Maxine told Betty she picked up Spanish gradually, but found English-speaking doctors, lawyers, and service providers readily available. Betty learned about international health insurance plans costing $100 to $300 monthly, covering both routine care and emergencies. Many countries have reciprocal agreements with U.S. Social Security. Would you consider international retirement? What country interests you most? Or what concerns would you have? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear about your international retirement dreams or experiences. Trend 6. Tech-enabled independent living. Betty was initially intimidated by technology, But this trend changed her perspective completely. Smart home technology is revolutionizing how seniors age safely in their own homes, providing independence with invisible safety nets. Betty visited 73-year-old Howard, who transformed his home into a smart senior haven. Motion sensors throughout the house alert his daughter if he doesn't move around normally each day. Smart medication dispensers remind him to take pills and notify family if doses are missed. Voice-activated lights eliminate stumbling in darkness, and smart thermostats maintain perfect temperatures automatically. The monthly cost? Just $150 for monitoring services compared to $4,500 for assisted living. Howard's modifications cost $3,500 initially. Smart doorbells with cameras, fall detection devices, emergency buttons, and automated lighting systems. But here's what impressed Betty most. The technology is invisible and intuitive. Howard doesn't feel monitored or restricted. He feels empowered. His smart home learns his routines and adapts accordingly. The system only alerts family during actual emergencies, not false alarms. Medical alert systems have evolved beyond simple pendants. New devices detect falls automatically, monitor vital signs continuously, and connect directly to emergency services or family members. Monthly costs range from $30 to $80, far less than institutional care. Telehealth integration is game-changing. Howard has virtual doctor appointments through his smart TV, saving transportation hassles and reducing exposure to illnesses. Prescription deliveries are automated, and health metrics are shared with doctors automatically. Smart home grocery ordering ensures Howard never runs out of essentials. His refrigerator creates shopping lists, and deliveries arrive on schedule. Voice assistants handle everything from setting reminders to calling family members. The social connection aspect amazed Betty. Howard video calls grandchildren daily, joins online senior activity groups, and even takes virtual tours of museums worldwide. Technology that once seemed isolating became connecting. Installation is surprisingly simple. Many companies offer senior-specific packages with white glove setup and training. Monthly monitoring services include 24/7 technical support designed for seniors. What's your comfort level with smart home technology? Are there specific devices that interest or concern you? Let me know in the comments. Your questions help other seniors considering tech-enabled independence. Trend 7. Collaborative care networks. The final trend that amazed Betty combines the best of community living with shared healthcare resources. Collaborative care networks where seniors pool resources to create their own support systems. Betty learned about care-sharing cooperatives where groups of 8 to 15 seniors contribute monthly fees to fund shared care services. Instead of each person hiring individual help, the group collectively employs caregivers, coordinates transportation, and shares medical advocacy services. Meet the Riverside Circle. 12 seniors who formed their care network 3 years ago. Each contributes $400 monthly to fund part-time caregivers, a shared vehicle with driver, group grocery shopping, and coordinated medical appointments. Compare that to individual private care costing $2,000 plus monthly per person. The brilliant part is resource sharing. When 76-year-old Gloria needed post-surgery care, the network's caregivers provided 24-hour support for 2 weeks. When 71-year-old Eugene needed regular dialysis transportation, the shared driver handled all appointments. Costs were distributed among all members, making expensive care affordable. The social benefits rival the financial savings. Network members eat together twice weekly, celebrate birthdays and holidays as a family, and provide emotional support during difficult times. Gloria told Betty that network members became closer than her actual family. Professional care coordination sets these networks apart from informal arrangements. Most employ licensed social workers or nurses to manage care plans, coordinate with doctors, and ensure quality services. This professional oversight provides families peace of mind. Legal structures protect everyone involved. Networks typically form as limited liability companies or cooperatives with clear agreements about contributions, responsibilities, and exit procedures. Most require 6 to 12-month commitments to ensure stability. Geographic clusters are essential. Members typically live within 10 miles of each other for efficient service delivery. Urban areas work best, though rural networks are forming in areas with higher senior populations. The model is expanding rapidly. Organizations like Village Movement provide frameworks for establishing care networks, with over 350 villages operating nationwide. Startup costs are minimal, usually $2,000, $5,000 for legal setup and initial coordination. Success requires compatible members committed to mutual support. Most networks interview potential members extensively and require trial periods before full membership. Betty realized this trend addresses seniors' biggest fears, becoming burdens on family while losing independence. Collaborative networks provide dignity, choice, and community support. Would you consider joining or forming a care network with other seniors? What services would be most valuable to share? Tell us in the comments what collaborative care means to you. Remember Betty, the 72-year-old retired teacher who felt trapped and scared about her future? Today, she lives in a beautiful co-housing community in Colorado, spending $2,800 monthly instead of nursing home fees of $9,000. But the transformation goes far beyond money. Betty went from isolated and worried to socially connected and excited about each day. She cooks communal dinners twice weekly, tends the community garden, and mentors younger residents in the neighborhood school program. Her adult children went from worrying constantly to marveling at their mother's renewed energy and purpose. Financially, Betty saves $75,000 annually compared to traditional senior care while living better than she did in her previous suburban home. Socially, she has more close friends now than she's had in decades. Emotionally, she feels valued, useful, and optimistic about aging. The key insight Betty discovered: senior living isn't about finding care. It's about creating the life you want in your golden years. These 7 trends prove that seniors today have unprecedented choices for living independently, affordably, and joyfully. Your age doesn't define your options. Your creativity and willingness to explore new possibilities do. Whether it's co-housing communities, international retirement, smart home technology, or collaborative care networks, the future of senior living is bright, diverse, and designed around what you want, not what others think you need. Take control of your story. Your best years can still be ahead of you. If this video opened your eyes to possibilities you never knew existed, smash that like button right now. Which of these 7 trends resonated most with you? Drop a comment and let me know. I read every single one, and your insights help other seniors discover their perfect living situation. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing advice that puts you in control of your golden years.